Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is your boy Swift with another Edison format tournament. This is round 3 of the PS5 tournament, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's round 4. I didn't record one round that I actually won. It was against Lightsworn. It was because I wasn't in the edges, and I don't really use a tripod. I use like a clamp, table clamp. I don't know if that's what it's called. And I didn't want to tell like any of the players. I'm not saying they would have been dicks about it, but I just didn't want to ask any of the other players if I was able to move and do all this. So I was like in the middle, and I did record. And when I was viewing the video, I just didn't like how it looked. I wasn't really capturing at a good angle. I don't know. I just didn't like it, so I ended up deleting the video. But I took that dub. I think this was round 4, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going against Black Wings. And I do apologize for the glare. But yeah, it's Black Wings versus Diva Zombies. But he does have... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's actually Lightsworns. Yeah, because I dueled Lightsworns against Lightsworns. Well, Lightsworns after Lightsworns. My bad. But it was Lightsworns. Lightsworns are, I feel like they're not like crazy to beat or whatever. I don't think so. As long as you draw, obviously, like Light Imprisoning Mirror or something like that. That stops their deck like crazy. And I feel like any deck could pretty much just throw that in and you're good. I think the only deck that you probably can't will be any Frog Monarch deck, because you can no longer get your Treeborn. So I think that's maybe the only deck that kind of suffers. But anyways, he does he was a good player. First time playing him, first time even like seeing him or meeting him. I have Diva Zombies. This duel went on for quite some time. We do go to round 3. I don't remember if I take the first one. No, I think he took the first one. I took the second one, and the third one was really amazing. I think you guys would be... I'm pretty sure you guys would like the last round. So I summon Brionic, discard. I remove Mizuki to special summon Zombie Master, and I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right, cool. I know I'm at 1950. I went down really fast and very fast in a very early game, and I do some pretty massive damage right here. And then I'm just thinking of what to do. I feel like I do have plays, but obviously I'm not too sure on what to do. So I don't know which errata is right for Brionic. My Brionic says discard a card and choose one of your opponent's card. It clearly says opponent card. The errata he had was discard a card and choose a card on the field and send it back. So I went based on what he had. It was his monster. I took over, so then I just discarded a card and bounced him back. I don't know if you guys can let me know in the comments below which errata was right for Edison. I personally don't like to look at ruling, because you can't really find one like straightforward. Sometimes you have to really dig into it. And obviously, if you're playing for a PS5 tournament and it's already late and you're willing to drive an hour, I don't want to lose a round by time. I hate going to time, because then we just go to turns, and then I wouldn't want to lose just because it's turn 3 or turn 5, depending how they do it, and your opponent has a little bit more life points than you, and they're like, okay, so they got the dub. Like, wait, what? Like, no. So I don't really like to look at rulings unless it's something like pretty crazy. Like if my opponent was to tell me like, hey, I do this and I win kind of thing. Like like a mini Exodia, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck? Let me read this shit up. But other than that, it's a close matchup. As you guys can see, I have a full field, 4 monsters. He summons Jane, the 18 hitter that goes up to like 20 or 21, and a wolf, if I'm not mistaken. He special summons Plague Spreader, Synchro Plague Spreader with wolf to go for none other than Goyo. I mean, who else would you go for, right? I mean, I guess Brionic, but Goyo's just fucking OP. Goyo's just amazing. And then he proceeds to attack. He was thinking of who to attack, so he proceeds to attack, so I had to cut that. I don't want you guys to just look at us just thinking for like 3-5 minutes or whatever. Sometimes you think like, damn, 40 minutes is plenty of time, but I've noticed that 40 minutes is not enough, even if you're not stalling or if you're not trying to, like, you know, read everything. I feel like 40 minutes sometimes is just not enough. So even though I had the advantage for quite some time, field wise, not life point wise, he came back and he has Goyo, and I only have 2 cards. I said, I'm just trying to build a wall right now. And I set a card back row just to kind of, like, you know, a bluff. I usually try to do that. It works sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, he has pretty good cards on his hand. He has a pretty good field. And I'm just there defending because I'm like, hey, I can't really do much. He attacks Spirit Reaper, but can't do anything about it. And honestly, Spirit Reaper right here helped me out a lot, because otherwise he would have just run him over, run through everything, and then I would have been screwed. He would have just attacked once directly, and I would have lost. But Spirit Reaper actually helped me. That's his whole graveyard, and I'm like, damn, like, well, would I be able to deck him out, you know? I think Book of Tayu, whatever. I think it's Book of Tayu. I'm thinking of citing those in because it makes him mill again. And if they have 2 or 3 monsters, you're gonna mill like at least 15 cards, and that's already like almost half of your deck, and it's crazy. It's crazy. The video that I actually deleted, the other Lightsworn monster opponent, he literally summoned Judgment Dragon, used his field just to blow up his cards. Not my cards, his cards, because he had a full field, and if he would have not done that, he would have milled all of his cards, and I would have just had to end my turn, and I would have won. But yeah, which was pretty interesting. I've never seen someone having to do that, paying 1,000 because they want to destroy their own cards. But that's the beauty of Yugioh and Edison, that you see random shit like that. So as you guys can see, I still have Spirit Reaper. I'm just like, you know, keeping it cool, and I'm like, all right, cool. Spirit Reaper is helping me. If I draw Caius, it will help me because I'm able to remove his Goyo and then attack against something. That's if he doesn't have an Honest. Honest, I know, would it be considered a hand trap? Whatever Honest is, it's good. It works just like Kalut, but I think Honest is more busted. Because it's just Honest, you know. He tributes, and he finally gets that Lightsworn monster that pops 2. And obviously, my Spirit Reaper didn't survive, and he killed me. And he milled the wolf, so he would have just gone full-fledged. Didn't really matter what I had, whether it was Tragoria or Gorse. It just didn't matter. But yeah, so round 2. I know round 1 took quite some time. The cool thing was, towards the end, the card shop owner, I guess he did a mistake where the opponent told him, like, hey, I won, but he gave him the loss. And then when the pairings were up, he's like, "Oh, my bad, repair, whatever." And it took some time. People were like disappointed, like, "What?" Um, so he gave free OTS packs to everyone that was still there, um, for his mistakes, for the inconvenience that he caused. So I was like, "Oh, cool." I didn't pull shit from both OTS packs. Well, actually three. He gave two for entry and then one for that mistake. I didn't pull anything from that one pack. I pulled droplets, like super, or yeah, I think super. I'm not too sure, but I pulled droplets. Some people were like, "Hey, it's like $15-$20." But I don't play meta or modern, whatever you want to call it. So it's like whatever. It's just in my trade binder. Someone wants to buy it. Someone wants to trade it. That's fine. I just play Edison format, a little bit of speed duel. I haven't really been full invested on it, but just a little bit of speed duel. And the other card game I really want to play would be Lorcana, which is the Disney one, if you guys haven't heard of it. But that doesn't come out till like September, October. So I got some time. But I will jump on that one and maybe just, build a separate channel for it. I don't want to add Lorcana here and then for you guys to be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I don't want to watch this shit. So, and I understand not a lot of people are Disney fans. Not a lot of people will want to see other things than what they're normally used to seeing. So, yeah. But for now, I have Light Imprisoning Mirror, and I do have Brionic. So I'm just kind of popping off. And I do have a Diva, and now I summon Dark Grepher. That alone is crazy, and he only has one card on the field, which, to me right now, I'm like, okay, I'm good. So I attack with Diva. Then obviously with Grepher, I don't want no funny business. He's at 1,300, and I'm still at 4,000 because of Solemn Judgment. I synchro for 6, and I do Goyo. So now I have Brionic and Goyo. Light Imprisoning Mirror, which is really busted to use against Lightsworn. I'm not really worried about his Raikos, his Judgment Dragon. Yeah, sure, he could attack and kill my monster, but it'll just be one. So I'm not too worried about it. He summons Card Trooper, uses his effect, and I guess he was hoping he milled something good or something better or whatever. But I was like, all right, cool. He's just going over and over. I feel like he has to play. At this moment, I'm like, dang, like, don't tell me he's able to come back. Like, that would be fucking crazy, But yeah, a lot of the players, and maybe I should do a little bit of the same. Maybe not to the extreme, but, a lot of the players really think their move. I don't know if they're thinking because they have 2 or 3 different options, or if they're trying to bait you, or think like, "Oh, what will happen 3 turns from now?" I don't know how they think. I normally just do the play and that's it. If I could swarm, that's all I care about. Not worry about the back row and just try to swarm. Either go for the OTK or do some massive damage where now they're struggling. It's even better when I do like 800 damage. I mean, when they're left with 800 and I know they can play brain control. So he tells me, he realizes like I can't really do much, so he gives me the game. So that was game 2, and this is game 3. I think game 3 is really, really good. You get to see the potential in a Lightsworn deck. He uses his charge, obviously, to get, I believe it's the little guy. I don't know all the Lightsworn monsters' name, but the one that special summons, you discard your special. Hey, damn! I just realized he has full hand of just monsters. He summons it. He's looking at his graveyard to see what he can do. He discards special, and it's the other guy that lets you draw if you discard a monster. And he passes for turn. It's my turn, and I summon Shadows. I use this effect obviously to get the hero. I think it's the evil hero, the little guy. And then I swing to that guy, and he uses Necro, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I forgot about Necrogarna. In a way, it sucks that I forgot about it, but also it's good because now I don't have to worry about it. It's no longer there. It's a thing of the past now. You get me? But I said and I passed. Now he has 3 monsters. He does Lila. I have an MST. I forgot about Lila. I think Lila's really broken. The fact that she goes in defense mode, so like whatever it is, at least you don't take damage because she'll be in defense mode. Unless if your card pierces, then you're screwed. But yeah, he tributes and gets rid of my my Stratos. He has 3 monsters. I have none. And he just did three attacks directly. So I'm at 2850, and I'm just like, fuck. Not only does he have 4 monsters, but he also has back row. And that back row can, if it's something good, it could ruin everything. So I know sometimes they just put one because, like, to intimidate you, for you to think that it's something bad, and it's just a bluff. But I don't really play like that. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Fuck it. Let me just try to go all out. And then, bam, Mirror Force. And I'm just like, all right, scoop. See you next week. I'm thinking, because he does have a lot of monsters, I'm like, I think I can do something. But I couldn't. GG's.